And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway as we get ready for chase race number 5 of the Oreo Truck Series. Getting ready for the running of the Dillon, Poteet, Squeaky Chair Foundation 300. And joining me in the broadcast booth for this race is Trent the Hedgie, a.k.a. Trent Dunham. Trent, thanks for joining me.
Oh, no problem. And I would like to have a little message for anyone who may be watching this race. Please, all of you, please find some way to donate any kind of money, even a quarter, a penny, or a dime to the Dillon Poteet Squeaky Chair Foundation to help him get a better chair before he ends up like Matt Rod.
Yeah, I was listening to him in a Skype call yesterday, and that chair is very, very squeaky, so even if we're able to pitch in, get him a can of WD-40 or something, it would be able to help Dillon Poteet and his Squeaky Chair Foundation. But enough of the squeaky chair, let's talk about this race. This is the 5th chase race. I guess you could say this is kind of like the midway point of the chase. What are the drivers planning on doing from here on out?
Well, like one of the famous mile and a half tracks, Atlanta. It is very similar to Texas. In some instances, with my experience at Atlanta, I believe I've won there twice. Turns 1 and 2, there's an inside groove that works, but turns 3 and 4, there's a real an outside groove that you can get a real fast run on. But if you take it a little bit too hard, you could find yourself smacking that wall and probably taking out a number of drivers if you're not careful.
Whenever we come to tracks like this, we usually always, when we talk about the chasers, we try and find out what is the best place. If you're a chase driver, do you want to start up front? Do you want to start in the middle? Do you want to start at the back? Where at Atlanta is the best starting position?
Well, I can't really say where the best starting position is. All three places they have their advantages. If you start at the front, you can take the early advantage and get away from the pack and block as many as you can. However, though, if you're stuck like on the outside mid pack, then something happens and you have nowhere to go. You're pretty much going to be a sitting duck. Now, mid pack is the same situation, but you could hurry up and take a hard left and dive down into the grass area to hopefully to avoid it. But in the back, cause these guys, they're going to be shuffling positions throughout this whole race. In the back, you can move up from the back to the front in about 3 to 4 laps, depending on the racing groove. So you really can't say where you start. It depends on the driver and the truck itself. So who knows what could happen. So these chase contenders better be on their toes.
Well, the top 5 in points are only separated by 30 points. That's Dillon Poteet, Sean Galligan, Stephen Pollard III, Alex Tanker, and Matthew Rodriguez. All 5 of them have actually been on quite a bit of a good streak of finishes. At Atlanta Motor Speedway, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is it to be able to keep consistent runs going at a track like this? Because this track, I think a lot of people don't realize, this is a track with a lot of high speeds.
Well, yes, like you said, this track is it's very fast, and these chase contenders, they're gonna have some work to do. It's like that at a track like this, you can get ahead pretty fast, but you don't want to get too far ahead, because if you do, you're gonna get sucked in, and then you're gonna drop like a rock, especially if you're in a 3 wide situation. And we all know, if many of you have seen Atlanta races in the past, in turns 1 and 2, that can go 4 or even 5 wide, and that's a big no-no.
Absolutely is. That's almost a death wish. Is on the pole for this race is Anthony McCurry. He's actually the highest running of non-chasers, 13th in points with 2 wins. So he's trying to look for his 3rd win of the season. Then alongside of him, rookie Dom Capps. Ryan Acosta, I think this is the 3rd straight week he's had a starting spot inside the top 5, and alongside of him is Hayden Klein. But we got to look quite a ways back before we find our first chasers. 7th place, Danica Shirley. 9th place, Sean Galligan. And 10th place, Chris Dollarton. So apparently those drivers are thinking you have to start up front in order to win this race, it would seem.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, it doesn't really matter where you start. Really, you have to just be at the right place at the right time, and hope that you don't encounter trouble.
Yeah, one driver that's hoping those words are true is definitely Dillon Poteet. I don't see him. I think he's somewhere starting way at the back for this race, and so the points leader is going to have quite a bit of work to do as the cars are going to, or the trucks rather, are going to file off of pit road and they'll complete a couple pace laps. I believe this is going to be a 33 lap event, so in just a moment we'll come back from the starting grid and get ready to take the green flag here in the Dillon Poteet Squeaky Chair Foundation 300. Getting ready to go under the green flag as the cars are currently in turn 3, now turn 4. There's Dillon Poteet. He's going to be starting mid-pack in this race along just in front of Stephen Pollard the third, but Poteet's actually starting further up at the front than I expected.
Yeah. Well, let's hope his racing seat isn't squeaky in the cockpit of that number 31 Great Clip Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, I don't really want to make a mistake here. This is a track, and as we said, it's high speeds, and so one little slip-up really can cause some problems.
Completely unrelated, and the green flag is out. You forgot to mention that.
Yes, I did.
These guys are racing now.
Anthony McCurry, Dom Capps, they've already gotten themselves single file, so the front row is going to probably 1-2 when they come to the start-finish line. Rather surprised they were able to settle it out that quickly at the front. I thought they were going to stay double wide, but here comes Dom Capps for the lead.
And here comes second in the points, a familiar face in the blue dude, Sean Galligan in that Dodge Ram.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, Sean Galligan and Dillon Poteet, those two, they're 1-2 in the points, but they also are 3-time winners. They're trying to become the first ever 4-time winner in a single season in the Truck Series, so this could definitely be a track they could do it at, and we'll have to watch that battle between those two as well, as Ryan Acosta is going for the lead, but now he's got a Ford to his inside, Derek Reed in the 6th.
Here comes, and oh boy, it looked like Charles Ashton tried to make it 3 wide, but he backed out of it at the last minute. And he is all over the back bumper of that number 6. And here comes the number 5 of Emilio Navarrete out of Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah, we know that Hendrick Motorsports has been on a bit of a streak as of late with some good finishes, not only here in trucks, but over in the Snickers Cup Series too. Navarrete actually has a Snickers Cup Series win just a few weeks ago, so he's got quite a bit of momentum on his side. And here comes Luke Walker in that 45. He's currently 11th in points. Right now, according to the live points, he is 70 points out of the top spot in the standings. Now, he still is mathematically eligible to still battle for the championship, but something good has got to happen for that team soon.
And oh boy, 3 wide, some more 3 wide action for the lead. And now it's being taken by Ron Vizara Jr. Or is that Mason Wood?
Yeah, that's Mason Wood. I forgot to update the driver list.
Oh, okay.
And Austin LaPlante.
So it was Seth's. Yeah, so it was Seth's fault, not mine. Here comes Matt Rod in that 14 truck.
And another guy right there, Stephen Pollard III. We talked about him starting behind Dillon Poteet for the start of this race. He worked his way up pretty quickly to the front.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter where you start. All these guys, they're going to be shuffling positions left and right, and it's being shown clear as day right now.
They've been running about 6.5 laps now, all 3 wide racing for a majority of it, and they've been able to keep it together. You surprised about that?
No, Ashley. At a track, Atlanta, very high bank, super fast, and it's home to a lot of racing action.
Well, they all are under the green flag, but already some championship things happening in this race. I saw one car in pit road, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Chris Dollerton. I think he just actually made a pit stop this early on lap 6, and he comes into this race 6th in the standings.
Oh boy, this may be this may be pit strategy for Darlington. I don't know what he may be thinking, but I don't know. Pit strategy has worked miracles for drivers before. This may be what Darlington may be banking on.
Yeah,
We
now
don't know yet.
the thing that he has to worry about though is if a caution does come out, they did put him a lap down. He's got to hope these guys are going to have to make green flag pit stops, so it'll cycle him around back on the lead lap.
Well, we don't know, and in our 2003 cars don't get the wave around, and it is very hard to get back on the lead lap. But if your car is up to speed, and if a caution comes out at the right time, it could happen.
Yeah, when you think about it too, this is the fifth race of the chase. We've got 5 more races after this. This may be an opportune time to actually try and take a risk like that, especially with the fact that Darlington comes in 6th in points. So maybe he's taking a little bit of a risk here, knowing that he may be able to recover it if it doesn't work out for him.
Let's just hope it doesn't come back and bite him in the butt.
It very well could. Chris Darlington in what is his 2nd straight Oreo Truck Series chase. There's Rod Houston going to the lead. It's been a long time since Rod Houston won a race. His first race that he won was at Bristol, and that was, I believe, all the way back race number 6 of this season. So this team's been out of victory lane for quite a while, and he's looking pretty good here. He's actually been having some pretty good form in the last few weeks.
Yeah, Rod Houston, one of the rookies in the Oreo Truck Series. What would it be for him to win here again tonight? We know he's not a chase contender, but he can definitely represent for his team.
Another guy, not a chase contender for the first time in his NNSCRA career in the Oreo Truck Series. Adam Chambers ended up missing out on making what would have been his 5th straight Oreo Truck Series chase, and amazingly enough, Chambers is winless this season, so this could be a perfect place for him to be able to win. And here comes Maggie Vaydarvu to the inside. She's a 3-time winner. Even though she came in mid-season, she's 40th in points, but she has an opportunity to become the first driver to ever hit 4 wins in a single season, as she's currently out in front. Oh, wait a minute. Are they going to pit? I think I saw some cars slowing down. Yes, some cars are pitting.
Oh boy. Oh boy, pit strategy coming into effect now.
Trying to see who it is.
That's really gonna jumble up the field.
Chambers, Klein, Johnson, Dom Caps, Tanker, Walker, Poteet, the points leaders on pit road, Navarrete, Derek Reed, Ryan Acosta, Citadino, Hayden Klein, Seth Cole. Also looks like it could be Danica Shirley. There's a red car there. Oh, it's Colin Welty in the 42. So I'd say we've got about maybe 15 cars on pit road, and here come the rest of the leaders now.
Oh boy, we better keep an eye on these pit stops then.
Chambers just completing his pit service. He was the first of the cars to come down a lap ago. Now on this lap, it was Maggie Vaydarvu leading the field down, and well, they're giving each other quite a good amount of room on pit road, but man, it is awfully tight.
Oh boy, let's hope we don't have.
Oh, Colin Welty got spun. He saved it, but he got spun. That was close.
Oh boy, that's really gonna mess up his night.
I think he may have to pay damages. I think he got spun into the pace truck.
Oh wow.
Maggie Vaydarvu just completed her service. We're going to have to see if she's going to cycle around as the leader or not. I think the driver we're going to have to keep an eye on is Adam Chambers, who's going to be trying to catch up. He was the first car to come down. Oh, yeah, there he is right there. I think he very well may take the lead for Maggie Vaydarvu. As I think when we cycle around, it'll be Maggie Vaydarvu the leader, Chambers 2nd, Trent Dunham up to 3rd now, Hayden Klein 4th, and 5th place right now is going to be Richard Johnson, but we're still waiting for them to update the scoreboard.
Yeah, do we have any idea who the highest chance contender right now?
Yeah, not right at the moment we don't. Let's try and find out. They had Maggie Vaydarvu listed in 2nd place, so I'm not exactly sure who is scored the leader. We're gonna try and cycle up through here. Oh, wait a minute. The leader is Rod Houston, they're saying. But I don't think that's correct. I think they haven't updated yet. Let's jump up. Yeah, here's the leaders. Chambers and Maggie Vaydarvu. Then you got Hayden Klein, Richard Johnson. Highest running chaser now is Nick Eggleston. 12th out of the 12 drivers in the chase standings.
Oh boy, what a huge momentum boost it would be for Nick Eggleston in that 98 Toyota Tundra.
And keep in mind, Nick Eggleston, last time he went to Victory Lane, season opener at Daytona. It's been a long time since he's been to Victory Lane, and right now, not having the best of chases, so a big top 5 tonight could really help him out. Let's try and find
Oh
out.
yes, indeed.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, well, I was about to say, like most drivers that win at Daytona, most of the times they don't really make the chase, or the next time they get a win, it be like a long way off. But Nick Eggleston, he can shatter that winless streak tonight and keep doing what he's doing and try to hang on to that fuel mileage.
Let's take a look and see where the other chasers are. There's Galligan. He's currently listed 9th. Unicus Shirley is in 10th. Alex Tanker currently runs 12th. If I jump back here, we'll find Luke Walker, who's currently 22nd place. And Chris Dollerton, who was actually 20th, he's having to make another pit stop now because he pitted so much earlier than the rest of the field.
And like I said about Chris Dollerton, this may be strategy planned out because he is on a major different window than the rest of these drivers. I mean, yes, he was on. I think he pitted probably nearly like 8 to 10 laps before the rest of those guys. I wonder if the number 83 can take full advantage of that and come out on top and win this thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because I'm trying to remember when these guys actually came down and pitted, and I think it was somewhere around lap 15, lap 16. Dollerton, we know, was on pit road at lap 6. So we know that these guys can roughly make it seems, about 16 laps on their tires and their fuel, which means that when we come down to the closing stages, they may have to make another pit stop. Whereas pitting right now on lap 20, it would appear that in that fuel window, Chris Dollerton would be good to go. So if these guys do have to pit in the closing stages, Dollerton may be able to, on fuel strategy, be the only car to make it to the end.
We get slowly coming to 10 laps to go. If we don't see a caution in the closing stages of this race, like I said before the race began, it may come down to pit strategy issue. We may even see drivers coming to pit road with less than 5 laps to go. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's not really looking like the leaders are holding anything back. Doesn't look like they're in any kind of fuel conservation mode as they're trying to put Chris Dollerton down another lap. Now, that may not be a good thing for Dollerton because now, with Trent Dunham passing him, he is 2 laps down to the leaders. I'm not even sure if with all the drivers making green flag pit stops, if Dollerton can cycle around quick enough to be able to get the lead.
Oh man, I figured Dollerton was 1 lap down, but if he's 2 laps down, that may be a problem.
Yeah, let's see here. They have him listed a lap down, but when they cross the stripe here, I think he's going to be pushed up to 2 laps down. That is the case, so I think we can safely say that unless a miracle happens, Chris Dollerton, that strategy that he tried working out early on, it may not work out to his benefit.
Oh boy, but it's still a little bit too early to say that. Let's wait a couple of laps. Who's got the lead right now?
Nick Eggleston currently out in front as he's going to try and beat Trent Dunham line. It's actually really split up here. We've only got a total of 7 drivers on the lead lap up in this first pack. And we are just about 9 laps away from the finish of this race. You got to jump a long ways back before you get to the second group of cars with Rod Houston, James McLeod, Anthony McCurry, Ryan Acosta. I don't know if these guys have enough time to catch up, but if they do, it obviously is going to make a big pack of cars racing for the win. But whoa, more pit stops.
Oh, there we go. See, I called it. See.
And another thing I just noticed is Chris Dollerton, in that span of time when these guys decide to come down and pit, he is ahead of the leader, Nick Eggleston. So now he is only 1 lap down. So maybe, just maybe, he has just put himself in a good position.
I don't know. It's gonna be kind of close. Remember, he's gonna have to pass him around twice if he wants to try to go for that win. And don't forget, who's to say how long his fuel may last? Hopefully he can try to squeeze it out and last to the end. I hope he doesn't have to come down with either 2 or 3 laps to go.
Yeah, that really would be a heartbreak for him because I think we pretty much established 14 to 16 laps as far as they can go. His pit stop ended up taking place on lap 20, so that means he had to make 14 laps on that tank of fuel he got. So it's going to be awfully close as he just cycled around right there. So I think he's currently on the tail end of the lead lap, so he is currently in a fairly good spot, but he's now Nick Eggleston, who was the leader coming down, he's coming off pit road, so Chris Dollerton's got to be pretty quick down the back straightaway if he's going to be able to slice and dice his way up through here with only 5 laps to go.
Yeah, shockingly, clean racing and lots of pit strategy happening tonight. I mean, this is just insane.
And here comes what was second, third, and fourth. Hayden Klein, Dom Cass, Richard Johnson. They had pitted a lap earlier, and it looks like Hayden Klein, that pitting 1 lap earlier, he's going to get the lead from Nick Eggleston. He's the new leader.
Oh,
and the
man.
caution,
oh,
first caution of the evening.
Oh my goodness. I was afraid of this.
And it happens with 6 to go. And it looks like Margaret Mason's the reason the caution's out. John Cittadino also involved. And I don't want to say it, but I think the pit stops may have had something to do with this.
Oh boy, and where is Chris Dollerton?
Let's see where he is.
We know he's
on the tail end of the lead lap, and he's currently 33rd being scored. I don't know where
that caution could not have come out at the worst time.
Let's see where he crosses this time. See if he crosses any better than 33rd. No, it doesn't look like he's going to be any better than that at this point. Now, keep in mind, though, we do have an opportunity for these drivers to maybe get back to green. It's going to be awfully close.
We may have ourselves a green-white checker tonight.
We could. I mean, let's see. I think the caution came out on lap 28, so that gave us about 6 to go. If they can run maybe only 4 laps under the caution, if 5, then we may have either green-white checker or 1-lap shootout, but we got to find out what put us under what could be our only caution of the night here in the closing stages. And Hayden Klein, after all the pit stops that happened, he is currently scored as the leader. Well, here's a look at what happened. This was a result of pit stops. Barney Ward and Jake Rogers both coming off of pit road, and I'm not exactly sure what the problem was between the two of them, but it looks like at this point they're giving each other a lot of good racing room, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if the 88 comes to the right or if the 22 comes to the left, but the two of them in a certain area here are going to make some contact. Oh, no, wait, there was smoke up ahead of them. There was smoke ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
But there you see Barney Ward getting turned by Jake Rogers. I wonder if those two maybe got together trying to avoid whoever it was that spun up ahead of them.
It looks like Barney Ward came up onto the 22. That's what it looks like from that angle. Is there another angle where we can view it?
Yeah,
oh, man, Emilio Navarrete, Ward's teammate. Oh.
And what goes up usually comes down. I think this is where we're going to start to see all those drivers get involved. We saw littering turn 2. There's Margaret Mason. We know she was involved. Oh, she got through it. So wait a minute.
Oh.
But does she run into Navarrete? Oh, yes she does.
Oh, it looks like it. Oh man, she just slammed into the back of that 5 truck.
And there's Cittadino. So apparently Barney Ward's spin out wasn't the trouble for everyone. It was Emilio Navarrete.
Oh, and what about that smoke that we saw ahead of the 22 and the 88?
I was trying to figure that out too.
That, they must have saved it because I didn't see nothing in front of them.
We're gonna have to see what the case was.
Oh man, Cittadino.
Oh, he had nowhere to go. He was already committed to the outside line.
Oh man, just look at the front of that truck and all that sheet metal flying off.
That is a hard lick for Cittadino and Margaret Mason, but we're going to rewind it here and try and find out who was that other car that spun out, and then we'll take a look at the camera angle of the 88 and 22's contact. Let's go to the second television camera. And let's see up ahead who it was that possibly spun out.
Oh, uh-oh.
I thought it was Poteet, but it looks like it was Eric Burton in the 33.
Okay. Okay, for a minute, I thought I saw Matthew Rodriguez come in contact with Anthony McCrory back there, but I guess they both got away fine. But here we see teammates Danica Shirley and Eric Burton. Oh, it looks like Eric Burton just got into the left rear of Danica Shirley, and then he just slid up on the racetrack. I don't think he got into the wall.
No, I don't think he did either. I think he was able to save it in time, and that was just ahead of Dillon Poteet, which was really close. And you can see the smoke here, and there's what you were talking about with Tony Blazer and Matthew Rodriguez side by side. They got off each other, but apparently Barney Ward and Jake Rogers did not. And I think you're right. I think Ward came up on Rogers.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And Barney Ward straight up into the outside retaining wall. That's a pretty hard lick for him. And keep in mind, too, these drivers were running up inside the top 15 before they had come down and made pit stops. So they were en route to pretty good finishes.
Real tough break. I mean, it's getting close to the end of the race, and I guess that they were just getting those jitters, you know.
The amazing thing here, though, according to what I'm seeing, no chasers were involved in these incidents here. We know that Danica Shirley had that little bit of contact with Eric Burton, but all the chasers were able to get through and not get involved in this. And now we got to find out and see just exactly if we are going to get back to green flag racing or not. So we're going to go and see what the finish of this race is going to be, whether it'll be a green-white checkered, a one-lap shootout, or this race will end under the yellow. White flag is currently in the air, and the lights are still on atop the pace truck, so we are not going to get back to green flag racing, and Hayden Klein, for the first time in his career, will go to victory lane in an Oreo Truck Series event.
Roush Racing ends up victory lane, and look who finished in third place.
Nick Eggleston in that 98, dead last in chase points. This is big for him. This is definitely something they needed to get their chase season turned around. And who knows, this could put him back in the championship picture if he can follow it up with another good finish next week.
There's no way to count out Nick just yet. I'm looking at the points, and he's about 74 points away from the lead, and this win here will definitely give him some momentum.
Very much so, because I'm not seeing very many other chasers that are actually up here in the finishing order. You got to go quite a ways back before you find the first one in Luke Walker, who's going to finish in 12th. And there's Sean Galligan finishing 13th place, and we said that he came in only 19 points back from Dillon Poteet, but he will not get the points lead because Dillon Poteet's going to finish just barely inside the top 20 with a 20th place finish.
Oh man, Poteet, he better not let his points lead go to his head, cause that could be a horrible thing to do.
And that was the checkered flag right there. Hayden Klein has officially now picked up the victory. I want to just quickly see here. We saw that strategy played out there by Chris Dollerton. And he is going to finish on the lead lap at 33rd place. I don't think that's what the end result was. I think that he was planning for.
Oh, man. I mean, Chris Dollerton, he definitely would have had a chance if that caution didn't come out. But that's just the break sometimes.
And we talked about Poteet Galligan finishing in the top 20. There's Stephen Pollard the third. He's going to finish 35th. He came in third in points, and just up ahead is Matthew Rodriguez. And I think Dalton's out of fuel.
Oh wow, seriously? Well, he already crossed the start-finish line, so it doesn't really matter at this point.
We said that he was going to probably be pretty close at the end, and that's how close. He couldn't even make it through turn 2 under full power. He is coasting down the back straightaway.
Yeah, if these guys would have stayed green, he probably would have had another probably 4 to 5 laps before he had to come back down pit road. Well, he made it. He could have possibly stretched it out, but we'll never know, as the trucks are gonna come down pit road and Hayden Klein's gonna go to victory lane.
Hayden Klein for Roush Fenway Racing, a great victory there for him. And this is big for him, too, because keep in mind, Hayden Klein, in 2 nights, he's going to be battling, once again, to continue to stay in the hunt for the championship for the Snickers Cup Series. So this is a big boost of momentum for them that they can carry on through this weekend.
like I said, these drivers, some of these some of these drivers, they're performing double duty in pursuit of either the Mobile One or the Snickers Cup championships. And whoa, oh man, contact on pit road with
James McLeod getting in contact with someone. I don't know who it was that got into him.
oh man, I think it was Dillon Young.
Oh, and there's Sky Commons and Sean Henley making contact.
Whoa, easy guys, come on, the race is already over. You can battle for Mobile One and Snickers later.
My goodness. As always, we got to show the official top 10 results, and I think the incredible thing about this is only one chaser, Nick Eggleston, finished in the top 10 in third place.
Like I said, major momentum boost that he desperately needs to get back in this thing.
Dom Cap's going to finish runner-up behind Hayden Klein. Richard Johnson, Anthony McCurry, they'll finish top 5. Maggie Vaydarvu, Jacob Cook, Adam Chambers, Rod Houston, and Ryan Acosta. He's been qualifying well and finishing well in the last 3 weeks. He may be en route to what could be his first win of the season very soon.
Oh man, and Ryan Acosta, very talented oval racer. It's just like one of those ruts you're stuck in. You can be on one for in the long run, but just as soon as you get that first win, you feel like you're on top of the world.
Take a look here, see where the rest of the chasers finished. Walker's going to finish 12th, Sean Galligan 13th, Danica Shirley got 15th. Dillon Poteet, as we mentioned, still the points leader with a 20th place finish. Just ahead of him was Alex Tanker in 18th place for his finish. Christopher Martin was 21st, Dylan Young 22nd. Kyle Sosnowski was 24th. Matt Rod finished in 27th place. Then you got to go down here where you find Chris Dollerton in 33rd and Stephen Pollard III, the lowest finishing of the chasers, in 35th place. So we could very easily, with the way that this happened, I mean, we know for certain probably it'll be Galligan in second, Poteet the points leader, but from third on down, with the bad luck or the good luck the drivers had tonight, it could definitely shake the points up a bit.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's still too soon to tell. We just have to see what unveils. There's gonna be 5 races to go left for before we crown ourselves some champions.
All right, well, this race is in the books. We still got 2 more races to come, Mobile and Snickers Cup Series. But Trent, I want to thank you for joining me for tonight's event.
No problem. I was happy to do it, and I just got an update on Dillon Poteet's Squeaky Chair Fund. Apparently, we have raised $0.00. So we got us some real bad cheapskates out there who won't help a good friend in need.
Wow, and we also know that the NNSCRA was going to pledge however much we ended up raising. So far, the NNSCRA has pledged $0 as well. So I guess you got to start somewhere.
Well, here's one thing that NNSCRA can pledge. They can pledge some Huggies diapers for Dillon Poteet's crying because he's going to act like a baby when he finds out he's going to be stuck with his chair.
We'll give him some complimentary Huggies and Fun Dip.
All right. Well, I'm out of here, guys. Don't forget to check out the NNSCRA Mobile One and Sticker Cup Series events here at Atlanta. And Seth, I'm gonna let you say your famous words.
Okay, well, guys, hope you enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. Subscribe to Trent the Hedgie's channel as well for some great racing over there. The link to his channel is in the description. And we will see you guys next time. Here comes your official finish results, overall points, rookie points, and chase points heading into next week's race, as you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing.
Offline Racing at its best.
Bye, all.
Try to do it at the same time. Later.